Alrighty, I just got off the phone with the client that has been calling the past couple times I've been trying to record this. It's been we were on the phone for a good half an hour or so. He's got a property. It's a multi-million-dollar property that he's trying to sell. It's a FSBO, for sale by owner, and he ended up talking to me about all kinds of different things, really, different properties that he has that he's trying to sell. And we spoke about life and just tried to connect and bond about everything that's kind of going on, building rapport, really. And it worked out great. He wants to try and meet tomorrow and kind of go over everything, which is awesome. I mean, it's not every day you get to work with somebody who owns multi-million dollars worth of real estate and is trying to sell it and is willing to do something with either an investor or a broker, whichever aspect that might take. There's another property right here. It looks like they pulled out all the fencing. I think this property is abandoned. I'm not 100% sure on what's going on here. I drove by this property once before, and it looks vacant. It looks abandoned. It's another one of these properties that's over here in near the river, and it's a great opportunity if we can make something happen, and if not, then no harm, no foul. Had to turn off the music when I uploaded those other ones. They got flagged for copyright, I guess, because of the music, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm not trying to make any money off of this in that type of sense, but just trying to keep everything uploaded and kind of just tell the story of what's going on and kind of what's happening and where we are at today. So to kind of get back to everything, me and my business partner are kind of going, and we're working together, but we're not really working together at the same time. It's more of like trying to figure out how to do like the realtor broker aspect, so I can become a qualified broker, and that'll allow me to open my own brokerage, which I can then use my own name to be able to build up the brokerage and grow and compound wealth. So another thing that I'm actively trying to do, and I'm researching it. I've joined a group for their training. A gentleman by the name Jerome Maldonado, for his ground up courses. We're gonna see whether or not that works. So I've been doing that since Thursday or Friday. I can't remember. Everything's kind of blurred together. But we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to it all. I really want everything to kind of work and grow, and see if I can get some sort of compounded wealth going. I mean, last year I lost money, not a lot, right? It's just, and I didn't really lose it. I didn't make as much as the year before because we were focused on trying to make something else happen. And so now I'm trying to see if I can get something else going and make it that way. So just kind of start scaling and doing everything else. Continue with the wholesaling, continue with the listings, and that property looks abandoned too. I'm gonna pull over here and go check this one out. But yeah, and then get into the ground up and see what type of properties we can get going there. One of my goals is to start getting all of that and start building up apartment complexes, and then maybe eventually build up into commercial and have different streams of income, and not have to worry about just one flux of income. It's like being an employee. You if you have one streamlined centered of income coming in, then you're not going to be growing very much. I remember when I was a mechanic, when I was first starting out in anything, making, oh man, maybe 30 to 45 grand a year and thinking that I was doing okay. And then, making 60 grand a year, and then, having good years where you're making 90 grand a year. But, doing real estate, it's the first time that I've made, truly six figures. And I don't want to lose it, right? Don't want to lose anything. So, well, it's unfortunate what's kind of happened, but I want to be able to get back on track and figure out what happened. I kind of know what happened. Um, there's a difference on being busy and then, getting things done. Like, so, what I'm doing right now, this is like busy work. It's not actually getting things done. It's not sitting down, making the phone calls and piecing together the puzzle on everything that's going on to see if you can solve a problem. A lot of the problems come from, well, if you're doing wholesaling, you're looking at lists that there's issues with, the taxes, or there's pre-foreclosures, or there's probates, there's, man, abatements, water liens, all kinds of different ways to attack property and kind of figure it out, right? Easements, and just kind of streamline the way that you want to make the money. And if you're able to solve all of these problems where there's these massive kind of gaps in the, like, you got these families or these people who don't know how to solve them, right? If there's LLCs that are involved and they weren't properly handled, that's another thing to look at, and kind of just solving the aspects of it all. But one of my goals this year is to kind of just start making these videos, kind of see how things go, just record and document my growth, where we are today, right? Today's April 1st, so haven't made a video in, I don't know, 2 years or so, maybe longer, who knows. But I'll start documenting the houses that I go into. You guys can follow along and see what type of nasty houses we go into. The other day I went to a property, and I ended up stepping on something, had to get a tetanus shot, right? Got a tetanus shot yesterday. Those little ninja tools that they throw in the street to pop tires, right, where they land, and it's got something sticking up. Regardless, it was rusty, and I stepped on it, went through my shoe, punctured my foot, and had to go get a tetanus shot because of it. So I've been in hoarder homes where it's just nasty. I've been in properties where people, have animal feces all over the floor, or even their own, right? I've been in a house where this dude was oh man, it was nasty. He was pooping, he was taking a crap wherever, in bowls, and then just stacking it in the bathroom on the sinks, in the shower tub. Like, he had no water, no running water. The place reeked, right? There was another one where this dude was a huge alcoholic, and he had nothing but vodka bottles, like those plastic ones, the half gallons, and water, and milk, and it just all the way up to the ceiling. The whole living room just covered. It was atrocious. I don't know how people live like it. It came all the way out into the backyard, ran into the backyard all alongside. It was crazy. Been properties where somebody's died, and they've been, kind of strung up, and guts are still there, pieces of their hair are still there, just bodily fluids in general, just disgusting stuff. And I've been in some beautiful homes. I've been in homes where, you're curious what's going on. Like, why are you selling this? And then you come to find out, oh, they're struggling financially, or a husband's relocating to someplace, across the country, and they need to sell this because they can't afford both places, or what have you. I mean, there's a variety of different reasons. I mean, there's a lot of people who are house poor, and I think in my first year I was kind of house poor. I was celebrating the amount of money that I was making. It was new to me. And second year, not so much. I definitely saved a lot of that money, and was able to pay my bills and everything. But I went and I bought, a new car. I went and bought my wife a new car because, it was too small. We had, a new baby during the time, And when I first started, I had a new child then too. So you know, it's been a lot. It's been, you know, a lot of things that have been going on and kind of stressful. And you know, at that point it was very stressful. I was working, you know, technically 3 jobs, just trying to make something work and survive. And then once I got into this, it was night and day difference. And then, you know, I've been blessed for sure. Not everybody gets to live this life, especially at my age, right? I'm 32 years old, and you know, I'm making pretty decent money. I'm you know, in control of my time for the most part, you know, which is one of the biggest blessings when it comes to, you know, working in real estate, is that you're able to be a part of your family's events and life events and kind of just grow. So, um yeah, that's it for this one. I'm sure that, you know, I'm gonna keep on trying to post. I'm gonna try and do it, you know, at least once a day, maybe more. We'll see what happens. I want to definitely go check out this property and see what's going on with it, and see if maybe I can make some money off of it. And then the other one that's a little bit up the street as well. So I'll see you guys on the other side.